We got a Mac off and we got a rib off, and people are late. We have, you know, people looking for exemptions, extensions, so it's high pressure.
Thank you all for coming to the presentation of the meat. This is the 4th annual Irwin Rib Off. Tom, if you could come over here real quick. The host of our event felt necessary to upgrade the quality of the pork this year. I don't know exactly the details of it, and perhaps there were in fact complaints. I don't know that. However, Tom, if you could talk for a moment just about why you chose to spend 4 times what you normally do.
No, I don't. It was the same price. Some people had concerns that our ribs, our pork was not pasture raised.
She doesn't eat meat.
Pasture raised or organically fed, which we've acknowledged this year. And I've purchased the pork from Harvey Gus's Meats.
Okay, well, I guess that explained it. More importantly, we are prepared to present meat to a number of chefs who are here and their representatives. So, Tom?
Yes.
Shall I do them in random order, or do you want it alphabetical?
Random, please.
You want me to help you?
The first presentation of the meat tonight is to our champion from last year, Mr. Paul Casal.
Woo!
Yeah. Pork
Godspeed.
is presenting to Paul his hopes for another championship, and by all accounts, he cooks a very, very good rib.
You know, really happy with the caliber of pork we have this year. Really happy with it. Looking forward to it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
as far as the quality of the meat, I'd just like to say it's a poor carpenter that blames his tools. The French, noted for their haute cuisine over the centuries, became such great cooks by basically masking rancid meat during Napoleon's famous retreat from the Winter Campaign. So,
Good job.
I'm sure this is great pork, and I look forward to giving it my best. Thank you very much.
we accept all cooks.
We know how to handle meat in the right way, and you guys love it.
That's our case.
We are aware some kind of like comments for last year, so we will try our best to don't be yellow. So
No yellow ribs.
no yellow ribs.
Thank you.
I like the yellow ribs.
Although the odds recently came down from Lloyd's of London, you are in second place as a favorite, 4-1.
Wow, that's saying a lot, since I don't think I've ever gotten better than second to last. But
Yeah, how is that possible?
But they think there's, you know, judging irregularities and so on and so forth.
I think, you know, this unfortunately the event is sort of rife with asterisks, but you know.
Oh, I was gonna say I spent a year in just disappointment and, you know, shame, a little bit of time and shame, and I came to the conclusion that I was happy and proud of the ribs that I made. So, you know, I just want to do that again, make good ribs.
I'll just hold this as a ceremonial slab, and I have nothing to say except thank you for being here.
It's a birthday slab.
And best wishes to everyone. Godspeed.
Looks like a saber. Very pleased to have the model of this year's poster with us, Mrs. Debbie Allen, Queen of Pork. She's been the Queen of Pork for 3 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
A title I'm so proud of.
Is this a real tattoo or was it airbrushed on?
That's a real tattoo, guys.
Excuse me.
I got this after the first year. It says Bone Time. I had such a great time at the first Rib Off. I thought, why not make a tattoo out of it?
Was it true that you got engaged after the first Rib Off and then it was over 2 days later?
That's true.
And was it a chef, a cook, or a judge?
It was a chef. What's the difference between chef and cook?
This is going to be a very interesting year for our first-year champion, Christopher Boyer. He's on the wagon, and he's nervous about that affecting his ability to properly compete. He actually might be awake through the whole event this year. That would be a first.
Yeah, it's going up on the wall as soon as I get home.
Hitting red a lot.
No more bets, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hands up.
keep you busy there, Steve.
3 red is the only non-paying number.
What do you think, boy? Somebody's leaving their.
I don't understand the disregard, the total disregard for meat. I mean, you want to thaw all your stuff, but it's got to be thawed at 38 degrees, and this is not 38 degrees, so you're going to get a slight layer of discoloration, and I mean, that's a beautiful rack of ribs, and to not respect that any better than that speaks ill of whoever the fuck's pile of ribs that is. That's all I have to say about it.
The line opened today, and the favorite was Boyer. I'm sorry to say. He was 4-1. Behind him, there were 4 people. Tom Irwin, 6-1. Walt, 6-1. Paul Casal, 6-1. Maureen Justiniano, 6-1. Followed by Squirt, 7.5-1. Blake, 8.5-1. Matt, 15-1.
Thanks, Rain Man.
They're looking good. A little late getting to the party. Spent too much time this morning on the mac and cheese. You know, I lost sight of the big prize. So I'm a little concerned time-wise, but...
Listen, don't take offense.
It's not recording.
I think it's really Walt this year.
I had a vision a couple of nights ago because I was like laying in my bed and praying about what it was that I was doing wrong, and I really was surprised. But like, you know, out of the darkness came vision to me, and I was sent down a different path this year. And
Tom's house, yeah.
I'm looking for cook.
Ribs, and if I
We have, this is like a rib-off today. There's a competition.
Is there a cook here?
There's 9 cooks.
Ah, good. Excellent. Yeah. Buy yourself something tricky, eh?
You want a ballot? There's a lot of questions about why you're in a particularly bad mood this year.
Why? I'm not in a bad mood at all.
Well, there's the family here, and Rodana, she's trying to organize the whole damn thing, and here we go.
What you doing?
Their ribs on whatever platter they want, but we need at least 25 pieces.
Okay, now.
25 slabs. Just warn them in advance that we're not going to cut them. In other words, like...
Oh, but not for what?
We don't need them now. No, it's 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So, Tom, you heard.
Yeah.
I think I can do that.
Over my shoulder here, there's a green pan, as you might see. This is an illegal submission, actually. I have sent Maureen's team to the store for a foil pan. The owner of the RibOff has allowed that to be accepted, but this is an example of people not reading emails and choosing just to operate independently.
I won't vote for mine. I will vote for the one that takes first. Yeah.
Hello, hello, can people hear me? Hello, hello. Okay, can you hear me, folks? Okay, anyway, could I have your attention, please? I'm very pleased to announce that we have, in fact, plated the inaugural Mac-Off. Let's give ourselves a hand. For your information, everyone here is allowed a ballot that the Princess of Pork will deliver to you after I'm done speaking to you. Simply stated, there are 6 meat Macs and there are 10 vegetarian Macs. They are on the table to my right. The top row are the meat, and if you look above it, you will see that it says M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, 6, and down below it, it says V1 through 10. Simply take a little spoonful on a plate, taste each of them if you can, figure out your favorite, and write it on their ballot. There's no first, second, or third, it's just what you think is your favorite.
They're all delicious. I don't know anybody's going to decide. It's all cheesy.
Truffle one was good.
So far number 9, which is the truffle one, but I've only tasted like 3 or 4 of them. And I'm an expert, so I'm vegetarian, so this is all I eat. And they're really good.
Zibby, are you bound?
What?
Don't eat too much. Don't eat too much.
I'd like to get in there and taste the mac and cheese, but I don't have time for that. You know, I gotta be on it. I gotta be on it back here. I'm putting out fires too. I got embers flying all over the place, and he's got wood chips. So
they're pretty good. I have to say though, I'm not, I'm nervous this year because I feel like, a little bit of the fun's taken out. It's been, there've been some comments made, and I'm not afraid of the competition. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, you know, people have gotten serious, and I'm just hoping I can step up.
Yes, my ribs it's a special 3-step process that I've developed myself. First you parboil them for about an hour or so. You stick them in the oven for 30 minutes. You know, get them nice and golden there. And then I finish them off on the grill for now about 20-25 minutes.
What about seasoning?
Well, the seasoning, it's a sauce that I developed myself. It's a barbecue sauce that we have down in Texas, because I'm out of Dallas, Texas, that I use. And then I put a little bit of honey in there. I put a little bit of dry rub in there that we put together, and then some hot sauce, Texas hot sauce. So it's one of those secret mixtures that we're able to use. Yeah.
20 minutes away, huh? 19 minutes away.
We can be done?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they don't make the deadline, then it's dumped to the owner of the house. He's got to make a decision. We've been strict and we've been lenient. Don't know how he's going to be this year.
My God, we created something that was very difficult. We wake up this morning at 5 because we were working with a very exotic fruit from the Caribbean named guayaba, and we worked with the guava itself and was very difficult.
I like number 6 on the vegetarian and number 3 on the meat. And I think the thing that distinguishes everything, mac and cheese, when you get 16 of them in a row, is texture. So if you get a little crunch on top or something surprising which breaks it up a little bit, so you can not only remember it, but the mouth, you know, tends to say, oh, that was kind of hit, and it works. But noodle after noodle, sauce after sauce, is kind of monotonous, you know. It's like...
We're moving right along here. For those of you that are interested in judging the mac and cheese, it's still open. There's plenty. We can give you a piece of paper. You can write your winners down for the meat or the vegetarian. Feel free accordingly. Okay. For those of you that have a ballot to judge the rib off, I'm very pleased to tell you that the ribs, in fact, have been plated and they have been assembled behind you. We're going to give you some time. Take your time. Grab a napkin, grab a plate, grab a fork, and notice the number at the top of each plate. And thoughtfully, please go through your ballot and make sure that you have written down in indelible ink what you think the winner of this year's rib-off is. So we'll find you a little later. Take your time. You've got about 25-30 minutes or so, maybe a little more. And when you're done, give your ballot to whom else? The Princess of Pork. Thank you for supporting the rib-off. This is always a moment for those of us that organize the rib-off where we can take a breath. The real work is done. The ribs have been plated, they've been cooked, and they will be judged properly by each and every judge that we have here. So the fact of the matter is, we'll give them some time, we'll give them a warning, we got 10 or 15 minutes, and off we go, and may the best cook win.
So far I'm number 3. I have 7 more to go. Between 1 and 10. So far so great.
This is really good.
Which is your favorite?
The flavor on the second one. It tastes like candy.
We just started.
We're sharing a plate here.
We're still trying to get in touch with our palates. This is a difficult process.
I'd say it's a strong field.
Which is your favorite so far?
I don't feel right saying. Yeah. Making a statement yet. I got a few more to taste and a few more notes to make. I do have a favorite, but I'm not going to say it just yet.
It's amazing, man. Very good, man. It's going to be tough, but we got some real front runners here in the batch. So.
I'm going to number 3.
These ribs are ridiculous.
It's really hard though, I have to say.
I don't know.
So far it's number 7. No, and Tom is...
Hold on.
all clean, all much of a muchness. Average score of, I don't know, there's only one outstanding one, number 2. Average score about 17. Not very high.
I don't eat really. Pork. It is against my religion. Turn that fucking thing off or I will break your face.
And it was really tender, had a nice little spice to it at the end.
You know, I want to just say one thing right now that's very important for those of you that have been here and keep coming back, and this is important. We want to ensure that those of you next year that want to be a judge have a ballot, because we can cook more ribs and we can do it, but you have to respond to Tom in advance so he can in fact deal with that. So we'll talk more about it later, but we'll see you in a little while. We're going up, we'll bring down the results soon. Wow, this is a time when you can take a moment and understand we've taken the entire year to prepare for this. Kind of like the Academy Awards, only better. Got it.
Vegetarian 2, meat 3. Vegetarian 5.
This piece of paper describes the positions of each of the MAC entries. I'm going to hand it to my partners here. I'm going to tabulate this. I'm going to tell you who's winning by number, but I don't know who the person is. 15, 18, 13, 24, 18, 8, 26. Let me add.
Yeah,
Scott,
there's
Caleb
so
Scott.
many more.
Across the board. Ready, Zim? Come on, stay with it.
Okay, Caleb Scott.
21. On behalf of Tom, he's very, very pleased that we're all here. And we must remember that this event is in fact originated by the fact that it is Tom's birthday. So everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you. We had 16 entries. 6 in the meat category, 10 in the vegetarian category. And I'm very pleased to announce that the winner of the first annual Mac-Off Meat, Macaroni and Cheese is Christopher Boyer. Whoa! Number two. Macaroni number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, to add to that, the winner of the vegetarian mac and cheese, number 2, Dilip. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a gift on each side of the Jack Daniels for each of you. We're very pleased to have you. We're very proud. There's cheese included, I think. But more importantly, thank you for participating, and thank all the judges for the mac and cheese. It was extraordinary.
Yeah, hold the trophy. I didn't want to let it sit out.
No, I get it. Thank you so much.
Trophy and shake hands.
Thank you. Hey, congratulations to you, sir. I want to share that. It's a beautiful thing.
Let's look at the camera.
Hey, thank you. That's just an honor. I'm moved.
Look at the camera.
Wow. Okay,
You do, right?
here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The macaroni and cheese can sit down. Thank you so much. Could I have all the chefs of the ribs to come forward, please? All the chefs of the ribs.
Doesn't matter. You know why?
And actually, I would like to have you stand in front of your rib tray. Number 1. Who was in number 1? Do we know? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so it's too much. It's too much. But what I would like to do is ask each of the chefs to talk a bit about their ribs. Maureen, would you like to talk about your ribs?
Yes. Muy buenas tardes a todos. Voy a estar hablando de... Okay, no. First, I will like to introduce my team, Jalmar Castanera, and Donnie.
Maureen.
And this year we use as a base what any Puerto Rican do when we cook pork. A lot of garlic, oregano, salt and pepper.
Well, I
Steve, we're number 1, by the way. 1.
Oh.
It was just the
Oh,
number
good deal.
one.
Well, I employed a unique Texas triple play. I parboiled them for about an hour or so, stuck them in the oven, and then finished them off on the grill with a special sauce.
Boyer, I need a beer, please. Thank you. Number 2.
So I did a pretty predominantly coffee-based rub. I did a dry rub the night before, coffee, Aleppo pepper, ground ancho chili, some kosher salt and pepper, and then I finished with a Kahlua glaze at the end. A little Kahlua, a little brown sugar, a little molasses, and that was it.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Tom Irwin was ribs number 9. Tom, give us your recipe, please.
I had a apple cider marinade with a brown sugar dry rub and bourbon apple glaze.
Wow, wow, wow. Walt, please. Walt was ribs number 6 along the line. Number 6.
Number 6.
My cowboy.
I tried to do everything that I could to not finish last this year. That's it. That's all I can say.
Your recipe.
Or
what you would like to divulge.
I put a rub on the ribs and a weird sweet chili sauce kind of thing, and I hope I didn't finish last. Okay.
They were delightful.
Mr. Matt Roth. Matt Roth, please. Matt was ribs number 5 on our table. Ribs number 5. Matt Roth.
All right. Yeah. As always, I tried to cook the ribs all the way and not start a fire. But this year, yeah, I wanted some heat and some tanginess, so that's what I look for.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Keep giving that to himself, I think. Very soft. Just keeping the recipe to
His ribs were in the 9th position. Christopher Boyer. Boyer's ribs were number 4 along the way. Boyer.
It was a great honor to be here for the 4th annual Tom Irwin Rib Off. Thank you all for coming. It's been a great event over the years. It's a privilege to be a part of it.
What are you running for?
What's in your
Number, that's a secret.
Mark, sometimes called Squirt, was in position number 8. Mark.
Hello. I braised mine for a couple hours beforehand, and then I finished them on the grill. And we did my wife wanted me to do a Thai sausage.
What'd you braise them with?
Hold the mic to your mouth.
Sorry. Hello. So anyway, I just braised them with onion.
Corona?
Thank you.
Corona, yeah.
There you go. Obviously, this late in the day, there's well, Paul, could you join us, please? Ladies and gentlemen, last year's champion, Paul Cathal.
Thanks, everyone.
Paul was number 7. 7.
Yeah, I did a dry rub for a couple days with Aleppo, Pasilla, and ancho pepper, brown sugar, and alderwood smoked salt. And then I smoked them with some cherry and hickory wood, mostly cherry. And then I braised them in honey, tomato, onion, and garlic. Then I sauced them, put them back in the oven, and the sauce has pomegranate molasses and some other stuff.
Congratulations. Here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're starting with the 9th position going to 1st. Are you ready? In 9th place, with 350 votes, Mark Squirt. Mark Squirt. Mark. In eighth place, with 362 votes, Tom Irwin, our host. Obviously very, very distracted. In number seven, with 375 votes, Steve Irwin, Tom's brother, Steve Irwin. In sixth place, with 382.5 votes, Paul Casal. Paul Casal.
Champion. What?
In fifth place, 392 votes, Christopher Boyer. Christopher Boyer. In third place, with 438 votes, Maureen Justiniano. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce that we will have a new winner of the Rib Off. Could Matt and Walt step forward, please?
I'm not last!
Blake, you were fourth. 432. 432, Blake. Hold on. No, I know. Okay. Matt was in position number 5. Walt was in position number 6.
Good luck, guys. Hold hands. Hold hands.
How about this? We'll do this. Yeah. With 443 votes, the second place winner of the Rib Off is Matt Roth. Walt with 466 votes, a new winner. Michael Wojciechowski, our new champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it to him.
Congratulations.
Nicely done. Thank you very much.
Would you like to say some words, sir?
I've tried to do some things that were sort of like unique or whatnot in the past, and this year I was sitting in the dark, and I looked up into the sky and I said, "Dear God, how can I possibly do something worthwhile here?" And I had a vision, and it was of a 300-pound trucker walking into like a strip mall like cafeteria, and that's the rib that I tried to make for all you folks. So you know, hey, thank you all so much for coming. Thanks to the chefs and the judges, and I couldn't be any happier. And my name's on the front.
We've got a champion.
Tom's mom. Basically the beginning of all of this.
Another year. They seem to, I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of people here today. There's probably 100 people here today. And we have a new winner. Next year is the 5th anniversary. What does that hold? I don't know. Aaron?
Certainly can.